Wherever this finds you, I hope this finds you well. I'm Ben from Ben64 Console Curator, and today we're bringing you yet another controller grip option for the Switch 2 from JSAUX. That's right, we're going to be taking a look at the JSAUX Split Transparent Ergonomic Protective Case. Boy, that's a mouthful. Hopefully it's a handful too. Without further delay, let's get into it. No money has exchanged hands in any way, shape, or form. All opinions are my own, and this review has not been seen prior to its release. As always, I'll have links to the products in the description below. You can go check it out when you're done with this review and see if they have anything in store for you. Welcome back to another JSAUX grip adventure. At this point, we've been through a couple of different grip options from JSAUX, and today we're looking at the third option. That includes the split protective case for the Switch 2, the JoyVerse series dual grips, and today we're taking a look at the split transparent ergonomic protective case. Now, spoilers, I thought that the other cases were quite ergonomic, so I'm really curious to see what more this can bring to the mix and what differentiates it from the other JSAUX offerings. And right off the bat, we can see that the options in this package are slightly different than some of the other options. First things we're going to want to do is we're going to want to clip these guys into place. So we're just going to pop them right onto here and then slide up. Looking in here, you can see that it has rails for them to slide onto, and there's a final little plastic divot here that's going to snap onto. Just like so, and that's how you know it's in place. Doing so on the other side, we are just going to put this right down here. You can see that I'm putting them just like so, and that allows me to push and secure them into place. We've seen plenty of JSAUX grip installs at this point, and this is much the same. So please feel free to refer to the JoyVerse series dual grip install or the split protective case for the Switch 2 so that you can see how to install these step by step. As far as this back plate is concerned, we can see that we have the same coverage option as the split protective case for the Switch 2, but we have a different color option. And that's something that's important to note because they didn't just do the clear on these, they also did a black variant, which I will put on the screen here. I've been spending a lot of time utilizing these guys. These are the grips that came off of the split protective case for the Switch 2, and you can see that they're quite ergonomic. They're also quite wide, but I can tell you that these actually have different grips, and that's largely what we're going to be checking on today. I can also tell you right off the bat that the same viewing angles are applicable to this as are applicable to the split protective case, and that you also maintain those viewing angles when you have your Joy-Cons in your grips. I opted to put one of each grip on here to really illustrate the differences between these two grips. First, we are seeing what I'm going to call the thin boy. This is going to be more comfortable for smaller hands. We can see that there's a little bit less of a nub here. When we compare that to the other side, it's a little bit more of a pistol grip here along the edge, and so that's largely going to be the difference between the two different grips. When we're gripping this, we can see that our hand wraps around here. My fingers kind of just do a little pyramid stacking motion. When we're looking at this side, you can see that my hands wrap around more of a trigger grip. Then my middle finger is able to wrap securely around that grip and really get a nice purchase on it. Looking at this grip, we can see that it goes straight down on the sides here. When we look at the thick boys, the thick grips that came previously, we can see that we actually have this whole section that's going to stick out from your Switch 2. So if we put it here, right, that gives you a pretty good idea. You can see that this is all going to be in your hand as extra grip. Whereas on these options, you don't have that. Your palm is right against the Switch itself. One thing to note, any of these grips will work with any of the back plates. This is the transparent white or clear back plate. This is the back plate that comes with the split protective case. If you get the JoyVerse series dual grips, which I also featured in another video, and I'll have the links to that below, you can order it with these grips or the thick grips, but I don't believe you can order it with the thin grips, so that's something to keep in mind. Some people prefer this clear aesthetic. Some people like this aesthetic that's kind of a little bit more industrial and has the screws. If that's something that's going to steer you one way or another, I would allow that to help you influence your decision. Personally, I'm really curious to see how the black clear backplate looks on this because I think it's kind of going to be an in-between. I think it will fade really nicely into the Switch itself, and it will also not have these kind of industrial cues on it. So if you're preferring something that's going to be kind of more incognito or a little bit more subtle, you may want to go with that black clear case option. Just like the split protective case for the Switch 2, this case maintains full accessibility to each Joy-Con individually and allows you to remove them, which is a feature that I absolutely love. It's also fully dockable because this backplate is so similar to the other backplate. Bringing our trusty Nintendo Switch to dock into the chat, we can show you how easily everything docks with a one-hand dock test, and it's super dockable. Feel free to remove it with two hands. You can drop it in with two hands. You can do the one hand if you're feeling extra fancy, one hand dock removal, or the one hand drop. So you maintain full access to the dock and you never forego the case in question, which is one of the things that I really love about the JSAUX series of grip cases. The machining is so accurate, you maintain full access to everything you could possibly need on your Switch 2. That includes the mic, your game slot pops right out and secures back in. You have your 3.5mm, your top USB-C charge, cooling vents here, as well as your volume up and down and your power button. On the bottom, we maintain access to the speakers, to the USB-C for the bottom charging, and then these little divots are actually what secure a protective front cover onto the case should you desire to use one of those. This is the one that I got with my split protective case for the Switch 2, utilizing this front kind of bumper guard to orient it, and we'll slide it in that way. As you can see, we've slid it in, and then I'm just gonna push down here a little bit of pressure, and it snaps right into place. One of the perks of this ecosystem that JSAUX has created is your ability to use different pieces interchangeably, whether that's using this front plate on the other grip cases or utilizing the center of your JSAUX charge grip, which can slot in with all of the grips that we have looked at both in this video and previous videos. And there's even space to utilize the thumb grip set and still have that protective case closed so that you're secure when you're traveling, throwing this in a bag, throwing it in a messenger bag, throwing it in a backpack, what have you. Currently, this is on a back to school sale for $19.99. Your full price is typically $25.99, but that does let you know that there are sales on these on occasion. As always, I'll have links in the description below should you want to pick one of these up, and you can also use my affiliate link should you want to give back to the channel a little bit. We always appreciate it, and it makes a big difference for us here at Ben64 Console Curator. The Switch 2, when gripped, also fits into the JSAUX all-in-one travel storage carrying case and fits in that top pocket securely and allows you to take your accessories in the pocket below. This size, as I said before, is going to be the same size as that JoyVerse series dual grip. Refer to that video if you want to see the mouse mode testing we did with that, but we haven't yet gotten the opportunity to do any mouse mode testing with this thinner option grip. So we're just going to slot it right in, just like so. And then utilizing my split transparent ergonomic protective case for the Switch 2, we're going to see exactly what type of clearance we have here. You can see my knuckles are actually in contact with that surface. The actual main part of this knuckle is making contact with that when I move around. That said, I don't have that issue when I utilize the other grip option. You can see that I do have knuckle clearance again. So if you want to use this in mouse mode and you have larger hands like I do, I would probably recommend using the thicker grips. Pulling out the JSAUX all-in-one travel protective case, unzipping that top section where our Switch 2s go. One of the things that this case came with was it actually came with little spacers. So installing our foam inserts here, we can see that we can drop this right into place. So that is a very good design element. We can then simply secure our Switch 2 and zip it right on up and be on our merry way. So if you're looking for a Switch 2 grip and protective case option that allows you to have the flexibility as well as ergonomics and caters to different hand sizes, I would highly recommend checking out the split protective transparent case for the Switch 2. It is currently on sale for $19.99, usually $25.99. Links are in the description below. I love how interchangeable this ecosystem is and how well it functions with itself and with the other counterparts. Whether that's the all-in-one travel storage carrying case, the JoyVerse series dual grips, the front protective plate, or even the Candy Grip thumb grips, you are well on your way to a customized experience. And I have to say, utilizing these products from JSAUX has made me feel like my Switch 2 is my own. It's customized to my own use case, it's customized to my own playstyle, and I absolutely love that. So if you're looking to customize your Switch 2 to fit you, I would highly recommend checking out the split transparent ergonomic protective case for the Switch 2 or taking a look at the split protective case for the Switch 2 and deciding between those, because I think they are absolutely awesome options, and I don't think you can go wrong, folks. If this is something that you found helpful or useful, please feel free to like and subscribe below. We are so close to our 350 sub mark and the corresponding giveaway, which is gonna rock some JSAUX products. Keep your eye out for that giveaway coming soon. Regardless, this is Ben from Ben64 Console Curators. In the past, it's present. In the future, it's what you make it.